Hi everyone, welcome to Table for Two. I am the Elusive Bigfoot.
And I'm Onezie. Today we're doing our category is top 5 each of outdoor games in no particular order. And let's talk a little bit about what we mean by outdoor games. It can mean different things to different people. So for me, and I think for her as well, a lot of playing outdoors depends on it not blowing away in the wind if there's a little bit of a wind going in the park or wherever you happen to be at. And I also picked one game that also just has a nature theme, and it's fun to play when you're outdoors.
Okay. For myself, I also looked at games that would play well outside, meaning that the wind won't blow it away. We do live in a slightly windy place sometimes. So I'm looking at all my stuff. I don't think there's only one game that may have some cards in it that you don't necessarily play to each other. So it's all quite manageable in case of wind, something that plays well maybe on a picnic table.
Great. So let's dive into our top 5 picks in no particular order.
Okay. I do have a couple of honorable mentions. Do you as well?
I don't.
Okay.
I only have the 5. So
all right.
You go ahead with
Why
your
don't
honorable mention.
So my first honorable mention is Mr. Jack. This one happens to be a 2-player game, and this is the pocket edition or the smaller one. They sometimes will come in a larger box. And in this game, one person will play Jack the Ripper, going through Whitechapel and committing murders, and the other person is going to be the investigator, and the goal of the game is to capture Mr. Jack. So it's about having certain discs and turning the view, and can you possibly see this Jack the Ripper down the streets, or is it blocked off? So because all of the tiles are on a heavy cardboard, this makes an ideal game to play outside. My second one is a little bigger, is Decorum. I love this game. This has minimal communication, and this is about multiple people who live in a house, and you're trying to lay out decorations and furniture in a way that would work for all the players. You have set goals that are given to you, and you're allowed only to say either you like it or you hate it, or you could live with it. And so highly recommend this.
So I guess we'll alternate. I'm going to go with my top pick in no particular order. So since it's within grabbing reach here, I am going to say Zombie Dice is good for an outdoor game. It's good in a lot of categories, but it's just rolling dice out of a cup. So it's not likely to have a huge footprint. It's not likely to be hard to find if it falls off the table in the grass or something like that. You're a zombie, you're trying to collect brains, and you're trying not to get shot. It's a push your luck game, and I've played this a lot. So it's a good one for outdoors. You play up to getting 13 brains, and I know we've played for 6 people before, I think.
I think we've played up to 8 before.
8 people, yeah. It's a good opener party game kind of thing. It's good for outdoors.
Mine is going to be Dice Miner. This is also a dice game where you have variable player powers. Each person who's playing this game can choose a character to play, and it will help you when you roll the dice, certain advantages. I really love this game. It is, it's a bit of a push your luck, and yeah, it's also a lighter game.
All right, my next one up is Parks, and it's a nature-themed game. So that's a good reason to play it outdoors, since it's all about the outdoors. You play hikers on a path of tiles, and you collect resources like sunshine and water, and you spend them to visit national parks. It's a very beautiful game.
My next game is Calico. This one is a tile-laying game, and yes, I know this is not a calico cat, but it is laying on a calico quilt. So this game plays up to 4 players, and you're trying to do set collection and arrange your tiles that you pull up of pieces of quilt. They're all cardboard, and set them into your board that's got these raised edges, so it's inset. And in doing so, you will be able to score points. So the winner is the person who gets the most points in achieving all the different objectives.
All right, my next game is, wow, I have to look around it like this. Mandala Stones, right? So this is a very beautiful game. I'm going to take it down, or I'll put it in front of you. How's that? Love you, sweetie.
I am the elusive Bigfoot.
So with mandala stones, there's a bunch of stones already on the game. You take turns picking them up off the game to create patterns on your personal player board, and you score points in various ways. And it's fun, it's beautiful, it's easy to play, and the weight of the stones themselves help keep the game in place if you're playing outdoors. I mentioned before the wind. It's not likely to blow away in the wind,
Right.
you know, unless you're in a Wizard of Oz type tornado. Anyway, that's mandala stones.
Okay. My next game is Carcassonne. Cardboard tiles, and you start creating your own spread of a map, and you just start connecting the edges, making sure that the side will match up with what's already laid out in front of you. And it's like you're creating a map of a city, and you'll gain points based on how large your enclosed city might be, or your road, or your land, your field. So really fun.
All right, my next one up is Tsuro. The box I have here is Tsuro of the High Seas, which is a addition or expansion to the game. But the original Tsuro is good too. It's beautiful, and it's a tile laying game. And you put tiles down, and you have to move your piece along the path that is on the tile. In the original game, you just try to not run off the board.
Or into each other.
Or you try to run your opponent off the board. In the expansion, you're also dodging dragons. And that's Tsuro.
You're
not allowed to share a list with me.
We are sharing this one. I agree. Tsuro of the Seas. And actually, I really love this game. The Tsuro of the Seas adds another dimension, which is you are rolling dice to either bring out additional dragons and monsters or move them around the board. So the first version, as Onezie explained, you're just trying to move your dragon along the path that it connects. In the High Seas, you are trying to also make sure you don't run into a dragon. And like I said, the dragons keep moving. So you might think you're safe on one turn, and the next turn, that dragon might be right next to you.
All right, my last game on the 5 to play outdoors is Azul. Right, and Azul is a tile selecting and laying game. I have to scoot this way. There we go. A tile selecting and laying game where you're a mosaic maker, and you're trying to make these
glass tiles. I think
glass tiles, and you're trying to make these certain patterns to score points. It feels very good to play it. The pieces are very nice. They feel nice in your hand. And just like the other games we mentioned, the weight of it keeps it from blowing away. So that makes it ideal as an outdoor game.
Wait. All right. I am also.
Wait. Oh, you can have it. Okay.
I'm also talking about Azul. Azul is a great game, like we mentioned. It's supposed to be representing a tile making factory in either Spain or Italy, where you're bringing out the tiles. You're choosing some, pushing the rest into the center of the board so that the next player gets to choose some that are set aside or into the center. High point wins. One mechanic that I really like about that is how you score your points. It's you're scoring on how many you have on a row and across in these set objectives. But I mean, this is just an amazing game. The tiles are so beautiful. I mean, these are actually what the pictures look like on these plastic pieces. But that's Azul. And that is my last item on my list.
What do you like to play outdoors? Please let us know in the comments below.
We love to know new things to play because we're always playing games outside, especially in the summer.
All right, that's our top 5 each games, and we are Table for Two. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. We will have more videos in the future. Until next time.
Bye.